Good afternoon guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Mid-Handicap Dave.
Good afternoon, how are you doing?
Very good, yourself?
I'm fine, thank you.
Everyone will be fired up as Dave now has a microphone, so it should be crystal clear, although they're on 2 bars, so if it cuts out, we'll just be miming.
We'll know why.
So, what we're doing today, Dave is back in action. Dave has got some new irons. Dave, we're going to compare those, so in the coming weeks you'll see a video comparing his Orca irons to his new Callaway Apex. So a more forgiving iron for Dave, he's happy with those, he got fitted for those, and we're going to show you on Trackman why Dave was fitted for those, and show you again off-centered hits, more forgiveness, and that's what you went to them for, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Dave just wanted more forgiveness, as we all do. And
I just like new stuff.
And he just likes new stuff. I mean, I've got some more forgiving irons now, the Forged Tech, as everyone will have seen. So we're talking putters today, so obviously nothing to do with his irons, but Dave's been struggling a little bit with his putting. We can see the last time we looked at Dave's putting, as he's just informed me, that must have been back in January, because the TV's now on the wall and it's all changed rounds. So it's been a while since we've had a look. Dave's had a full season of putting, and as every amateur does, he's not sure on the putter.
Well, it's not so much me as the famous Paul, the Scotsman, who says that there's something wrong with this putter, it doesn't suit me, and obviously it can't be my fault.
Well, yeah, no.
So there's obviously something wrong with the putter, and my old one was much better. Exactly.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to get some numbers. Okay, we're going to get some numbers on Capto, we're going to talk through those, and then we're going to go the total opposite, because obviously the putter's not right, because Dave's friend Paul has informed him. So we're going to try something totally different, and we're going to show for you, hopefully, that it's not the putter, because we did fit that to Dave. It was the one that aimed him the best, it was the one that provided the best numbers when we did a fitting.
Yep.
Over the season, technique might have gone a little bit, and we'll see what the numbers are saying, and then to put him in the polar opposite, we'll see if that's going to change. Let's say his technique might suit this better. But like we said with fittings, you know, we can fit you to something that your stroke's doing at the moment. So there will be a putter that is better for your stroke, give or take, if you come in for a putter fitting. But if you're trying to work on things in your stroke, if you watch some videos and you go, oh, I'm going to try and get a more arc now, then a total different putter might fit you. So you may be better off working on something before you then think about buying a putter. But in today's case, we're just going to test them out. So, Dave's going to do his normal routine. So he's still got the triple track, obviously, Odyssey number 10. Yep. He's going to use the Callaway Chrome Soft with the lines on the ball. So we're going to line this up with the middle hole, the first ball. The second ball, we're going to aim for the right. So we're going to change his aim to make sure, again, what's he doing, how is it performing, and then we're going to have a look at his numbers. So Dave will come in. This putter, the ping answer, will be the one we look at next. Again, very similar face, a softer face. It is the latest putter that they have they got out, so we'll test it against that. So when you are ready, Dave. Okay. Very tentative. He's just loosening up.
In fairness, really. My distance putting has been, putting distances have been absolutely shocking all year, Chris.
Distance hasn't been great, so we will be going outside shortly after he's done that. So aim this one for the right one.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But let's just talk through a quick numbers there. Dave's tendency always has been for the path to work a little bit left, which it is still doing, but only by 1.4, which would be in tour average. Face there, 0.3 degrees closed. So again, from setup, it's only closed 3. So a lot of green on the board. The lie angle is very good, which is something that we worked on with Dave throughout his putting.
Yep.
We're taking a little bit of loft off, and we're also hitting up. So there's a lot of boxes being ticked on the first putt. So is it Dave or is it the putter? Right.
If I buy another putter, my wife will kill me, Chris.
Well, that's true. Does she know you bought some new irons is the big question.
Not until I'd actually had them delivered, no.
Oh dear. So better pace, good roll, and in. Okay, so again, looking at numbers there, face slightly closed, path again across to the left. So hitting nicely up on the ball and also taking a bit of shaft lean off. So a lot of things that Dave's doing is correct. We've still got his path that's wanting to work to the left. So is that the putter or is that Dave? So what we'll do now is we'll get a couple of videos from behind. We'll see if Dave's still got his loop on the stroke, which again is not necessarily going to be down to the putter, it's going to be down to Dave's mechanics. So this is why we can get a putter that might fit his stroke at the moment a little bit better. This is doing a very good job. At the moment, a lot of green numbers, so the stroke is pretty consistent, the face control is good. We just need to have a look at this path. Is that the weight of the putter? Is that something the putter's doing? Or is it Dave? So let's get a quick video now of Dave from behind. He's going to line the ball up to the middle before we switch our putters. Okay, so straight to the middle, Dave. I will film this from behind. Oh, for the cameras. Right, let's get this up on the big screen. So as we look at Dave's motion here, we can see that it's nearly matching up. So I'd say the putter's square to the target. I'd say the line, if anything, is aimed slightly left to start with, but much better than before. And again, that's why we went with that. That gave him the best aim combo. So arcs nicely in and doesn't have a loop at all. You can see it actually, if anything, on this one has a little bit of cut spin, but that's because of that path now working across the ball. But a great arc.
It looked to jump slightly as well.
On the way back, yeah, so it will jump a little bit with it being cut across. Bobbles off the start as it will from out of that hole and then gets into a roll. So we saw there on the video, as you will see that's still on the screen, Dave's putter did want to arc on the way back nicely, but then wanted to cut across the ball on the way through. So again, is that going to be the weight of the putter? Dave did mention when he first got the putter that it was a bit lighter than his previous, the Blade 2 ball. And that was something that we looked at, but at the time it wasn't too drastic. The rest of the numbers are very good, but you can see the one we're struggling still is with path as we come through, because it's too light, it's wanting to just work its way left. So we're going to switch these over now. We're going to switch to the answer. It's exactly the same length, so length we know for Dave is perfect at 34. So let's change this over, a little bit more weight in the head, and let's see if that does anything to change the numbers, or we just need to talk more about Dave's practice.
I wonder.
Okay, so answers locked and loaded. We've lined the ball up. We're keeping with the same triple track ball because it's still a line on the back and it's the one that Dave's obviously used to. First thoughts, weight? Heavier, similar?
No, it feels a little bit heavier.
A little bit heavier?
Yeah.
Again, steel shaft here as opposed to obviously the Stroke Lab shaft, which is designed to get the weight at obviously the head of the club and at the butt of the shaft. This is a little bit more throughout, so let's see. So let's get Dave in. We'll hit the same two putts, so we'll hit one straight and then we'll hit one to the right. And we'll check his numbers. Okay, so came off a little bit left, come off a little bit fiery as well.
Yeah.
But Dave said he's been struggling with pace, and the putter's not, unfortunately, going to change his pace. But there, putter face was actually open, and the path was left. So for me there, thinking about it off the top of your head, you're going to be looking at that Dave's not lined the ball up correctly there. So let's make sure that that's aimed correctly, Dave.
No, I don't think that is either. It's not bad, actually. You're going to tell me different, aren't you?
It's just outside the left. Dave's still got his beer goggles on.
Yeah, we're expecting to push it a bit.
Oh, it's those two coffees. Right, we're good. We're lined up. So, again, when you're trying to get feedback with putting, make sure you've ticked all the boxes. Even something like the line there. Dave's hit a good stroke. It's missed left, but all the things there say he should have missed right. But that's just because. Okay, good.
Consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, so face open to path, path exactly the same, but the rest of the numbers, very good. Okay, we didn't get a closing face, it's open, so it has changed that. The conspiracy theorem of a lot of people is think, oh, if I need to get my face to close more, we go toe hang. The toe hang putter, which I will do a video, actually will open slightly when you make your downswing. People think it will close. That's a myth, not a fact. So they're very much a classic for Dave. You know, it's not the putter, and it's something that I see a lot of people want to putter fitting because it's the putter. Unfortunately, on this case, Dave's putting some good numbers together. We just need to sort his path out and again have something a little bit better for his pace. So we need to get either a set backswing length, we need to either be looking at the hole and judging it better, and we need to give him something to work on. So you'll see in the coming weeks, like I said, we are now going to be going through a practice plan for Dave of how to practice, how to improve through the winter, what he can do so he's ready to hit the ground running when it comes back to the season, because a lot of people just.
So how often should I be going out and practicing putting rather than going out and playing? Because basically what happens now is I turn up on a Saturday morning, hit a few putts, and that's me, I'm on my way.
And that's it. So we still want to play, obviously still going up to play, but maybe in the week if you've got chance, which unfortunately I know Dave has got chance, he can pop up to the golf club and he can spend 20 minutes just practicing putting in the house. We'll show you what Dave does in the house and what he needs to continue to do in the house to practice. Probably not to the Mrs. Harrison's.
No, she's got a shed load of jobs for me.
Well, yeah. So
I'll have to put them on back burner again.
Get them on the back burner. So in the house, Dave can get a couple of training aids, which we'll go through in that video, which you can have inside, which is going to help this. For pace control, unfortunately, Dave is going to have to get out in the cold, although it is sunny at the moment. And get out on the putting green and just put some reps in, just feeling how, okay, I can judge my pace better, so when the season comes, he's ready to run. But there's a prime example, guys, of two different putters, the exact same characteristics, a lot of good stuff on there, but it's all down to Dave's actual motion. It's not the putter that's causing him to get the working left, it is down to his mechanics, which, as we've known, we've gone through his stroke. He needs to get back to his basics, back to his setup, to help straighten that up. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed that. Hopefully you're glad to have Dave back with his new microphone. It's actually James Robinson's microphone, but we're not telling. And yeah, we're going to show you how to practice as a mid-handicapper. We're going to do some putting practice. We're going to show you how to practice your short game productively so you are improving over the winter, so you're ready to hit the ground again when it comes to the season. And we'll also be comparing Dave's more forgiving irons to the irons that he was also fitted for, but feels like he needed something with a little bit more help.
Or shinier.
Or shinier and new, but I also got some new ones, so I can't say anything. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
See you soon.